Before recording the video, I didn't know what the price was for this edition. Therefore, I will stipulate in advance that it's huge. And I think that is too high for the amount of content provided. Enjoy watching. Nobody really expected it, but the new edition has arrived. No wipes, huge pockets, new melee weapons, and that's not all. I try to find out as much information as possible to share with you. Let's get started. Where could the information be sourced from? The official site, the video trailer, and a chat where Chernobyl 52 answered various questions. First off, what are they promising and showing us? It's a cooperative mode with progression. That means you can play in PvE and your progression will be saved. PMC skills, completed quests, and so on. And most importantly, no wipes. You might ask, how so? What does that mean? Could it be that Tarkov has been released and there won't be any more wipes? No way. There will be no wipes only in PvE. That means we will have a second character on which we can play PvE, level up, complete quests, collect loot, go on raids, and so on. And our progression will never be reset. However, you might ask, why bother going into PvE at all? It's just crappy bots and nothing else. They will add PMC bots. I don't know what they look like, how smart they'll be, and generally what they are like, but these are PMC bots. The next shots show us a radio up close. It's unclear exactly what it will be used for. On the site it's called Mark of the Unheard. Considering the entire trailer revolves around cultists, is probably somehow connected with Zviachi and cultists. Maybe to ask for protection or maybe to find out some information. We'll have to find out. Unique melee weapon that can only be obtained in this edition. Looks awesome. Of course, hopefully it does more damage than the Cat X. A unique armband, very similar to the one from Alpha. Only here it features a cultist symbol that we'll also see in different rooms. The stash will be a bit bigger, 10 by 72, whereas in the EOT edition it was 10 by 68. We also seen improved pockets, you can really put magazines in them. Whoa, that's intense. Also immediately enhanced weapon handling skills, but honestly that's complete nonsense, so don't pay attention to that. Weapon handling skills hardly affect anything, so forget about it. The started gear will also improve. We immediately see that we'll get a gamma pouch again, also an ammo case. In the foreground we see a scar, and to the right a Verisk. At the bottom lies an SVD. You can also see the same quirky knife and some mysterious item on the lower right. Write in the comments what you think about this. You can also get access to the ETS. This is where the update that have not been released in the main game yet will be. People used to have to apply and wait there for months. For instance, they still have not accepted mine at all. But now you can just buy this access. Back to our favorite show. Bring it on! If you want hundreds of weapon builds, farming regions, tables and guides on any topic, then head straight to Patreon. Link in the description. A new beautiful design for your nickname. Again in the style of the cultists. It's like how your nickname, currently glowing gray or gold, will glow blue maybe? I don't know. The menu will also be styled in the cultist theme. We see the same bone amulets that immerse us in this atmosphere. We also see that ladders will be stored longer. I don't understand what the trick is. Also, an increased relationship with fans, meaning it will be easier to upgrade their reputation to 6. And that means getting a badass scale that brings millions at the factory guide on the channel. And more slots on the flea market, so you can sell more items at once. While I was recording the video, some additional information appeared. The radio electronic item Mark of the Unheard offers perks like a 15% discount on paid services in the raid, which means most likely Lightkeeper's services will become cheaper. Insurance will be refunded faster. Also, if your reputation with the fans is above 6, bots at a distance of more than 60 meters will not attack you. Moving on to the exciting questions I managed to get answers to. Can you upgrade upgrade from the current edition without buying a new one? Yes, you can. If I upgrade my EO to the new one, will my perks be preserved? Can I get access to future DLCs? All perks from the EO edition, specifically access to DLCs, will also be preserved. To sum up, we will have two PMCs, one main and the other PvE. Our entire edition revolves around cultists. Hence, we get some unique value which will likely be connected with them. A more enhanced reputation with the fans and such an ornate knife interesting and beautiful. A very drastic change is the enlarged pockets. The chest rig might not be needed at all. Essentially, by paying again, you are buying a new game with the PvE content. And most importantly, what is such PvE content? It's a huge field for various mods, additions, events, and so on. In such conditions, it will be much easier to implement events, unique quest lines. And if you are tired of dying online from these things, bugs, cheaters, you can go into PvE and just run around there. I think this will be very useful for many players, to at least learn the locations and practice PvP, at least similar to PMC. And if your ass is on fire precisely with the vibes and all your loot being taken away, you can always just go and play with a good loot. Essentially, this is buying a new game based on the previous one. But I am bothered by the paid access to ETS, as there are clear rules about not disclosing content. Now, if you disclose the content, will you be kicked out of ETS or banned, or will your account be taken away altogether? It's not clear how this works. Another interesting moment. At the very beginning of the video, we see how an ordinary player becomes зрячий, and we realize that is about us, about our character, because the cultist gives him that very knife available with this edition. Does this mean that under certain conditions you might be able to get a зрячий skin? And since our profile is sterilized under the cultists, most likely we will have some kind of communication and interaction with them. They serve us in these shots, so it's quite possible that they can somehow be hired to guard us. This might actually be an option for extended interaction with fans or the same Lightkeeper, teaser of new services that can be purchased. By the way, with the addition of such cooperative PvE and new development vector of the game is obvious. Definitely expect more sophisticated quests. At the very end of the clip, we see a cultist standing opposite a window. It's very possible that another dealer will appear who is located at the location. This dot might also be confirmed by the image on the edition. Finally, in this image we see a weapon case as well as a junk box. Unlikely to be in the starting gear, but possibly there will be additional quests through which we can get even more good cases. I just don't understand why they at least didn't repaint the gamma pouch and call it something like, I don't know, a cultist pouch. I think that would have been a great idea. The pouch could also be styled specifically under the cultist theme. And finally, I'll note that they will also add a bunch of other changes with this patch. Changes in inertia, aim punch, armor performance, and so on. We will consider all this more specifically in the next video, conduct tests and so on. Be sure to write your opinion in the comments. Will you be buying the upgrade version of the game? Do you like it all or not? I would be very glad to read your thoughts on this. See you next time. Bye bye!